r/AskReddit by Reddit Finance. If flying economy is one of the most expensive ways to feel poor, what's one of the cheapest ways to feel wealthy? A nice pair of high quality new socks. Trust me, try it. Like what kind? I'm intrigued. I'm on that 10-pack of Black Hanes Life. Darn tough or smart wool. About $15 a pair, but well worth it, especially if you have poor circulation or live in colder climates. They also last an asininely long time. My mom has been giving me a pair or two each Christmas since I was 18. 34 now and still wear the first pair she got me regularly in winter. Not who you responded to, so if they were talking dress socks, I have no ideas. Darn tough are the best. From -60°C in the high Arctic to the summer in Ontario. That's all my crew and I wear in our work boots. And with the lifetime warranty you can't go wrong. Signing up for 60-day money-back guarantee promotions on expensive products, or any products, then returning them on the 59th day for a full refund. I'd only need to pay for shipping. For me it's buying food that was too expensive for us to get when I was a child. Sometimes smoked salmon, but often just strawberries, raspberries or grapes. The weird thing is that they are not that expensive. My mom would buy chocolate bars or name brand cereal, which is more expensive and less healthy, but the only fruit she bought was apples or bananas. Now I treat myself to raspberries on a regular basis and I feel so rich. Get a bidet attachment for your toilet. $30. Takes all of 10 minutes to install. You may not be a wealthy a-hole, but you'll feel like you have one. Shopping at Goodwill. $300 leather jacket for $30? Hell yeah. It literally cost more to have it dry cleaned than what I bought it for, last I checked. My wife and daughter joke about shopping at the local Sally Ann boutique, the Salvation Army thrift store. They often find clothes there with the original store tags still on them. Go shopping at thrift stores in rich neighborhoods. Some of the things you can find is amazing. I found a suit that was tailored and fit me perfectly for $35. When I looked up the price of it afterwards, it would have cost me over $2,000. Donating platelets at the Red Cross. They wait on you, hand and foot, bring you food and feed it to you, bring you heated blankets. Usually get a gift card from doing it. Go for a walk in good health. Tailored clothing. Taking in the sides of a shirt or pants is pretty easy with a sewing machine, some tutorials and practice. I learned all the basic stuff from a YouTube channel called Stylish Dad. In the summer, my parents would go garage/rummage sales in the higher class neighborhoods. The rich people legit sell their stuff for very cheap prices around like $1 to $5 an item. It's crazy. My household owns a lot of cool things, but my parents keep it a secret that a lot of the stuff in my house were actually bought for $1 at rich people's garage sales. Although they do like to flex, saying that they bought things for very expensive. Get a fountain pen. You can actually get single-use fountain pens for the same price as a good quality ballpoint. Look for a Pilot V pen. But holy moly, the writing experience is so much more swish and instantly makes you feel like a rich British student who studies English or Latin and drinks only the finest tea and scotch. They're also good for your hands. For years I had a membership to an arboretum in my neighborhood. In the summers they let you in before the general public, if you have a membership. For about $150 I could walk the place every morning basically by myself and 2 or 3 other walkers. It has a couple mansions and a ton of gardens, and is exceptionally well maintained. Buy a good quality pillow and pillowcase. They won't cost you a whole lot, and you feel like a king or queen every night, with the added bonus of an awesome night's sleep. Getting tickets to anything last minute during a snowstorm. I live in Boston, and you wouldn't believe where you can sit at a Bruins game or an opera for next to nothing when all the folks from the burbs realize they can't make it at like 3 PM for a 7 PM thing. Edit because of all the attention and questions. A clarification. This is secondary market. People selling their tickets because they can't make it. On websites like SeatGeek, StubHub, Ticketmaster and Craigslist, not primary market. Venues generally doesn't drop prices because it pisses folks who paid full freight and season ticket holders off. Also, this isn't just a dusting or even a normal snowfall that gets plowed quickly. It's when local news starts talking about blizzard. It's when schools get closed. And more importantly, it's enough snow to make getting back to the suburbs a potential nightmare. So people decide to stay home and get whatever they can for their tickets so they don't sit on the highway for 2 hours. Also, once you get in, keep an eye out for empty seats and you can probably move to even better ones. Buy a ribeye steak and cook it to perfection. I don't have a lot of money, so I will once in a while treat myself to a fancy dinner with my wife. I'll learn to cook a steak for cheap, and it makes me feel like I should own a $1 million house. Taste buds don't understand money. Book a hotel in Las Vegas during the week. Pick like a Tuesday night. There is a big supply-demand problem in Vegas. They need enough rooms to host a ton of folks on the weekends, but weekdays are usually way less busy, so rooms can be had for pennies on the dollar. You can snag a 5-star hotel for $30 to $40 if you time it right per night. Then, learn the $20 trick. For $58, I stayed in a penthouse suite in a 5-star hotel on the Las Vegas Strip and have had 100% success rate with the trick over multiple stays. My fiance and I both worked in hotels for a very long time. She started out as front desk and the amount of power she had to upgrade, move rooms around, and hook people up with free drinks was severely underestimated. If the guest checking in was being rude, she could move them to a less desirable room without you even knowing. There was a couple our age checking in that booked the cheapest room in the hotel to celebrate their honeymoon. They didn't have any extra amenities or packages planned, and they were super nice the entire time checking in. Guess who stayed in the penthouse room and got sent up complimentary wine and a charcuterie plate? Really thick, high quality huge towels. Every time you take a bath you feel like you're in a fancy spa. Having my nails done professionally. I work for a military base and I have a desk job, so while it's boring a lot, I make good enough money to get a manicure every 2 weeks. I go the day after payday, drop the $35 to $40 for a full set or gel manicure, and then the nails last for 2 weeks, so by the time I get paid again, they're ready to be redone. I don't know, it seems narcissistic to some, but I always feel like I have my crap together when my nails are done, and that boosts my confidence and productivity levels. Now that rotisserie chicken is everywhere, it seems a bit old-fashioned to reply with a chicken in the pot, but that's what makes me feel rich. The smell of a chicken cooking in the oven. It's the everyday yet special meal that implies a nice home, a working oven, and people to share my meal with. That's what rich/wealthy means to me. Keeping a budget. There was a point when my husband and I were making very little income. We were living paycheck to paycheck most months. We would have weekly budget meetings to discuss our goals and our wish list. We both knew we wanted Christmas presents, but we knew when Christmas came we wouldn't have the finances. We started saving $10 a month for each of us in a Christmas gift category. By the time Christmas came around, we had about $100 each. Some months we couldn't save for presents. A totally guilt-free, no debt Christmas. I feel really strongly that when you decide where your money is going, and you are aware of where you want it to go, it makes you feel more wealthy. Guilt-free spending is a really big freedom that I think usually only the wealthy can afford. But when you budget your money well, you can have guilt-free spending. Go to your local pharmacy for a free blood pressure test and a free flu shot and bask in the knowledge that you just got better healthcare than Queen Victoria had. Honestly, build a koi pond. Dig a hole, lay down a liner, cover the edges with flagstone/river rock, create a fall with flagstone and get some plants and mosquito fish and cheap koi fish. You now have a beautiful water feature in your yard with fish that will grow and plants that will thrive ridiculously well, and soon the pond will become ridiculously natural and inhabited with all sorts of birds and frogs and life. You'll appreciate your yard so much more for such a small investment. A suit that fits properly. Buy a cheap suit off the rack. Spend a little to get it altered appropriately by a tailor. It really won't be a ridiculous price, and it'll fit about as nice as an expensive bespoke suit, but at a fraction of the cost. When something fits well, it feels good. When what you wear looks and feels good, you feel good. It's amazing how much a well-fitting anything can improve how you feel. leaving €5 in a jacket's pocket so that future you can find it and feel like a billionaire. Go to a local food shelter and volunteer. Give the homeless guy a bill bigger than a 1. Tip your server over 20%. Pay for the person's order behind you in the drive-thru line. Get your significant other a small gift just because you can. Leave a box of clothes on your doorstep for Veterans If America. I make $30K a year as a high school teacher, and the only times I feel wealthy are when I'm giving to other people. I learned this from research of the happiest countries in the world, where in some of their cultures wealth is not measured by how much one has, but by how much one gives. Wow, you made it to the end. Thank you for watching, you precious little gem, and I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, and as usual, remember to stay frosty.